Hi and welcome back to Karen and Phil's full house renovation, which also includes this rear extension which featured in last week's video. So on Friday of last week, the concrete got poured into the footings, and that was perfect because what it meant is they had all weekend for this to go off. And as you can see, it's rock solid now, so that's great. Means that Mally can kind of start working his magic and getting the footing blocks in. Hey, first block! So there's no doubt that the first block is an important milestone, but to be honest it's just the start of the work for Mally, so now he's keeping busy laying the rest of the foundation stones. And you'll notice a new member of the team's joined us, so Jack's job is to make sure that Mally is kept supplied with mortar and also with the blocks that he needs. And so of course that means there's a lot of mortar being mixed, and there's a load of blocks that need to be carted round to the back to where Mally can put them in place. Footing blocks are hard work because not only are they bigger, they're effectively below ground, so you're reaching down all the time. So it's hard work even for someone as battle hardened as Mally. Even so, he's making amazing progress. Speaking of footing blocks, here they are. So we've got like a single row in. Now the advantage of these footing blocks, so I've been told, is normally in a house build you'll have an inner and an outer layer with a cavity down the middle. But when you're below ground, below the damp proof course, you don't want that because there's a lot of pressure on these blocks and it'll try to collapse the cavity unless you infill it with concrete. So they've gone for these footing blocks, they're nice and solid, and these will be done until they get up above the damp proof course, which I assume will be a row or two or maybe even level with the ground. We'll see as they progress. And while Mally's keeping busy with the block work, Lee's busy putting in these props, ready to take out the stonework from the back wall of the garage. So there's a lot of work going on today, and as you saw, another steel beam just arrived, and I'll go in there and I'll just show you where it's going to go. So it's a bit dusty in here because there's a bit of cutting going on as well. But as you can see, this is the beam at the back, and what it's going to do is it's going to get lifted up into the top there, and it's going to support all of the joists that are above this wall. Because what Lee wants to do is by the end of today, he wants all of this back wall out and the beam up there in place. So quite a bit of work going on there. And apart from coming to help with the beam, Mally's been relentless with his block laying. And with the foundation blocks done, he's now moving on to the next layer up that's going to have the cavity in it. So Lee's busy putting all of these props in because this stone wall has to be supported as well. You can see he's taking out a brick or carving in a slot, and he's driving these supports that are at the top into the wall, and then it's a normal prop going right down to the ground which is supporting it.
So another really good day of progress. And behind me here, you can probably see some grey goalposts. So I'll spin the camera around and I'll show you what they're about and also some other things that have been going on too. Okay, so these aren't actually goalposts. I'm sure you guessed that. They're actually support uprights. I think that they nickname them goalposts, which is why I'm using the term.
Anyway, if you've got a larger bifold door like this one and a big space left to right, then the goalposts and then a cross member across the top gives a really strong structure, and so you're less likely to get sag in the middle, which would stop your bifolds from working properly.
So while we're in this area, we'll just jump into the inside here. And these are our floor to ceiling, or maybe not quite to ceiling, but quite tall windows that we've got in this side of the extension for the open plan dining and kitchen. And this is what it looks like from the other side. So we're starting to get a little bit of a feel for how this extension is going to look now. I'm sure you noticed this on the time lapse. There's something missing here. And that's because Lee and Jack have been carefully taking out the stone. So there's quite a lot of props in there now, holding up the rest of the wall that we don't want to come down. And it's a tricky business because this is like a random stone pattern, meaning it's not just rows and built like a brick wall. There's all different sizes of stones and it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, and that makes it a little bit awkward to support, and it also makes the stones a little bit awkward to remove. So you have to do it carefully.
It's the next day and it's time to get the internal wall at the back of the garage down. And then once that's done and it's cleaned up, then we can get to work and getting this beam in place. So the beam gets lifted up into place and then supported with props.
So as you saw, all of the back walls come down now, and that door there, Lee's actually going to reincorporate that back into a temporary barrier here, and that'll give them access in and out of the garage easily and keep the contents of the garage secure. But there's just one other thing to show you just over here. It's only a very slight amendment to the plan, but it's testament to Lee's attention to detail to question it, and we've come up with a slightly new position for a window. So in the side of the garage there's going to be a window here, and on the plans it showed it almost butted up to this corner and quite a big window coming across. Problem was the aesthetics really. Windows never look good when they butt up into a corner. That'd just look weird. And also there's going to be a drain pipe coming down here off of the roof. And so what we've gone for is something a little bit more symmetrical. So equidistant here to here. And also that just meant having a slightly smaller window, but it's still a good meter across, so it'll be a decent sized window. But it's details like that that's going to make this build look good.
In the meantime, as you can see, Mally's still cracking on with the blockwork. The walls are getting higher and things are really starting to take shape.
So this far corner here, which is one of the corners of the garage, that's actually at the full height that it needs to be, and that's the internal blockwork. And then down at the bottom you can see the bottom of the outside walls, but now that'll start to become stone. You've probably noticed I get pretty excited about the garage and workshop. So here it is again. Getting a bit of a feel for what it's going to look like once that back wall's opened up. So this is what 14 meters squared of Yorkshire stone looks like, and Lee's ordered 20 in total, so we've got another third arriving to go with this. And this is obviously all for the extension at the back, in addition to the reclaimed stone that they've managed to save when they took the back walls down. And if we look down the back of the house, we can have a look at the reclaimed stone because they've been cleaning it up as they go along. Here it all is here. It's all been segregated into really large pieces, medium pieces. I believe these are cornerstones here, and then all important little small pieces for doing little nooks and crannies and things and gap filling. While we're in the area, here's a lot of insulation that's arrived. It's kind of like an interlocking block, so you can you won't have any gaps in it because they have little edges so they can fit together like puzzle pieces, and that goes down into the cavities. So we're starting to see some of the cavities appear now, where we've got the outer wall and inner starting to appear. So it'll go down in here. So it's been a really busy second week. If you remember at the end of week 1, we just had the foundations poured, you know, the concrete poured, and that was it. That went off over the weekend, and at the beginning of this week, the block work started. And just look how far Mally's got with the block work.
And Lee and Jack have put in a good shift as well, because if you remember, the whole back wall here, which is all stone, has been carefully removed, and then the interior blockwork wall has been taken down as well, and the beam lifted up.
So that's it for week 2. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. And if you have, then please give me a thumbs up, because it really does help the channel. And please consider subscribing if you want to follow on with the journey. And if you click the bell notification, you'll be notified when the next video's out. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.